Welcome back to another video where we're going to be talking about more VA benefits and drawbacks. We're going to give you 3 drawbacks, 3 benefits in this video, so stay tuned to the end so you get the lowdown on everything you need to know about VA loans. In today's video, we're going to be covering 3 drawbacks and 3 benefits to using the VA loan. And again, I've got with me Becky Huges, our VA expert here at LoanDepot. She's going to be breaking down her list for you guys. So Becky, let's hop into the list.
The top #1 pro, VA loans, no down payment. So this helps veterans because who has $15,000 saved up sometimes to buy a house? I don't. So they're first-time home buyers, and that really makes a difference because they don't have to put a down payment down. They do have closing costs, but there are down payment assistance programs, which brings me to #2. There are Home is Possibles for Heroes is one of the programs that I use for many of my veterans, and it is also there's different options for down payment assistance, or there's options for only below market interest rates, and sometimes the interest rate with the down payment assistance is a great interest rate as well. I've used them multiple times for veterans, and it is a great way to build wealth.
And even if they had to come in with some closing costs, that's obviously negotiable, right? So having a good real estate agent who can make sure they ask for that when they're making their offer to minimize that out-of-pocket expense for them.
Correct. #3, veterans can build wealth by having multiple properties with their VA benefits. As long as they have remaining entitlement, when they leave one base, they can leave that home on a VA loan and move to the next base and get another VA loan.
So they can turn that into the rental, probably make some money off of that, and start building their real estate portfolio.
Correct. I have helped a lot of veterans start building a real estate portfolio, and it's so rewarding seeing them get equity in their home after they've purchased a home and then move on to another state and have another build of wealth there.
Yeah. Now the caveat, right, on a VA loan, it has to be their primary residence, right?
When they purchase with
the VA loan. So they can't go
yes.
into the deal saying, I'm gonna buy this to rent it out.
No,
right?
You have to live in the home previously.
Okay, so make sure, guys, occupancy fraud is one of the biggest things that runs rampant throughout the mortgage industry. When you talk to a lender, make sure you're being honest about the fact that you're gonna live into the home, or that, what your true intent is, because I know I've spoken to people that say, hey, it's gonna be my primary residence, but yet I know that they're trying to, just get into the property with as little money down as possible and then turn it into a rental. So with the VA, as long as you're moving into the property and you're living there, that's totally fine. Like Becky said, if you get orders and you have to, transfer to another base or anything, you can then turn that into a rental. There's nothing against that
Correct.
says you can't do that.
And you can also refinance that home with the Streamline because you do not primarily occupy that home, but you once did previously.
Gotcha.
So there is the option to refinance with a VA after.
So now we're hopping into the drawbacks. So what are the 3 drawbacks about the VA
loan?
loan?
#1, 100% is lack of information on agents' parts and lenders' parts mostly, but agents' parts is huge. When realtors don't understand how amazing VA offers are, they tend to shy away because they hear things about their appraisals are worse, or they aren't going to get approved because there's so many guidelines and strict restrictions for VA loans, but this is not the truth. A VA loan is just as strong as a conventional or FHA, it's sometimes stronger, because veterans, they have great credit, they have good jobs, they have no down payment, so they have extra money in case they need to go over purchase price. Yeah. So whenever I know that a veteran's placing an offer, I will reach out and speak to the listing agent and say, hey, they're financially strong, their offer's great. If you have any questions or concerns about the VA VA loan itself, please let me know, because there's so many misconceptions.
Yeah, I think definitely I ran into that too myself with agents not knowing so much about the loan, and they think that the fact that they're putting no money down, that it's a weaker offer or it's a weaker client. But remember, guys, the VA loan gives you the right to put no money down. The borrower could certainly have 100 grand in the bank,
yep.
Right? But if I can qualify with no money down because that's what the loan guidelines tell me so, then I can go ahead and do that. So, like to Becky's point, make sure that as you're shopping around, I talk about this in my other videos, stop always going after what's my lowest rate, or maybe sometimes even using a friend or family member as your realtor. You want to make sure you're working with somebody who understands the VA loan, and they can negotiate on your behalf, because some of these things and these other drawbacks that we'll hop into, it's what holds back a lot of people from owning a home. So you definitely don't want to go down that route if we can help you avoid that stuff. So number 2, what's the second drawback?
It's only for the veteran. So you cannot use it for your children. Say dad worked in the Air Force for 20 years and the child wants a VA loan for their home. It does not work that way.
Gotcha.
However, like I said before in previous video, there are many different types of loans, and there can be a veteran and a non-veteran on a loan. So just speak with your lender, make sure they know what they're talking about and they know guidelines, and you would be surprised how many times you can be in a VA loan. But that is the drawback. Number 2 is that it is only for the veteran.
They earned it, right? They paid their price for it, so they have the ability to use that.
Correct. And number 3, the drawback that we don't like is the funding fee, which again, we are not paying a down payment, but the Veterans Department has to guarantee that loan somehow. They have to protect their back. So the funding fee is added to the back of the purchase price. So you may purchase your house for $200, but once you add the funding fee in, that's the overall total price that the loan amount that you're getting on that home.
Could be another couple $1,000, right, on top of that. So don't get discouraged by that. We've talked about this in another video, how FHA has something very similar. Again, those are 2 low down payment programs, and the trade-off is you do have the mortgage insurance that gets financed into the loan. So even though you're not coming in with 20% down, which a lot of people feel that's the minimum you need to buy a house today, you are coming in with less money, and that's the one trade-off. But I would definitely argue any day of the week that should never be something to hold you back from buying a house.
Definitely not.
So there you have it. 3 drawbacks, 3 pros, everything you need to know about the VA loan. And if there's anything that we might have missed or you have specific questions, please comment below or send me an email. I'd be happy to answer those questions for you guys. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so every time we drop new videos every single week, you guys get notified. And as always, I will see you on the next one.